So, hello everybody, Mark the Ledger here, back with you at the Hasta Vista Squash Club in Wrocław, Poland. I may have mentioned, biggest squash club in the world, you know, 32 courts, and hosting this year's individual European Squash Championships. Referee Pablo Del Rio, who just calls half-time. Players on court, the left of your screen. Germany's Raphael Kandra, champion 2019. He's the 5'8" seed. And he's up against Auguste Dussourd from France, the 3'4" seed. Gotta say, when I looked at the draw this morning, this could be a really tight match. Both players similar world rankings. You see Kandra, probably the more experienced of the two players. He's 32 in the world at the moment. He's Dussourd at 21 in his ascendancy. And Kandra's played quite a lot on this court recently, played in the Polish Championships. And got a couple of good wins on this court against England's Curtis Malik and Czech Republic's Daniel Mecz, who we saw earlier on, up against Nicky Muller. So, high expectations for this one, and obviously being the former champion, there's some pedigree there from the German. Really looking forward to this one. As far as I can make out, there's no record on the tour of these two playing, so there's no history there in that respect. I might be wrong, but I think that's the case.
Play will start in 30 seconds.
So referee calls the 30 seconds. Players do their final preparations. We get this party started. Fourth quarter final of the day, 4 more to go.
Time. European Individual Championship 2023, main quarterfinal. Raphael Kandra of Germany to serve. Auguste Dussourd of France to receive. Sorry, Auguste Dussourd to serve.
So we've got our first issue. Players
Raphael Kandra to
not
serve.
sure who's serving. It is Kandra to serve.
Best of 5 games, level.
Right, we're off.
Down.
And of course, the winner
One love.
of this match gets to face off with Nicky Muller tomorrow in the semi-final. Fine performance from him earlier today against Czech Republic's Daniel Mecz. Of course,
Down.
Muller, the current
And out. 1-0.
champion, trying to retain his title, which he'd love to do. I'm sure about that. And I'm quite sure Kandra would like to add another one to his tally. But pedigree of French players in this particular competition is pretty impressive over the years. Well, quick hands there from the German. The rally continues. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful touch drop from Dussourd.
3-1. Left.
And that drop from the Frenchman,
4-1.
clinging to the side wall. And a nice little mini lead with the sword here in this first game. But long way to go. Once again, quick hands from Kandra onto that cross court. It's a great target on the cross court there from Kandra.
And out, 2-4.
And that drop is causing Kandra a few problems there. Of course, that's Kandra's backhand side. It's on the forehand
Out,
wall, but
5-2.
Kandra being left-handed. And the sword's got some good value out of that shot so far.
Count.
So
6-2.
certainly, for points being won, it's the forehand side or Kandra's backhand where the best effect is being felt from the Frenchman. It certainly does seem like he's concentrating his efforts on that side, and it's working.
7-2.
5-point lead now. Kandra leaps onto that cross court but can't put it away. And the rally resets, and for the first time that
Out,
long drop
3-7.
fails to hit its target. And a small bit of respite for Kandra as he looks to fight his way back into this first
Stroke
set.
to Kandra. Stroke to Kandra.
So it's a stroke called from Pablo Del Rio,
4-7.
Spanish referee for this match. That's a tight target, and Rafa
And out, 8-4.
indicating he waited too long to strike it, allowing the ball to die away. The width on that, too good.
9-4.
And Dussourd edges within 2 points, taking this first game.
Down.
Oh, the lob
10,
catching
4,
the
game
nick
ball.
at the back. 6 game balls for Dussourd. And he only needs one.
11-4.
One game to love.
So this is the first of 3 France versus Germany matches in these quarterfinals. Coming up after this one, our ladies quarterfinal, Saskia Beinhard who takes on France's Maria Stéphan. Actually, I lie. It's just 2, France
They will
versus
resume
Germany.
in 60 seconds.
Certainly a lot of French domination in this quarterfinal draw. 6 players following on in the fine tradition that France has in this competition. And as I said earlier today, led up by the French general who took this title 9 times during his career.
Play will resume in 30 seconds. Dussourd leads 1 game to love. Lobo.
So, a couple of minutes between games. We'll see if
Now,
the
one
direction
love.
of travel in this match is going to change. Not sure Dussourd needs to change anything about what he's doing.
Down.
But an unforced error
2 love.
gives Kandra the sort of start you need when you're a game down, looking to get your first on the board. Win your own points, but it's always handy when your opponent obliges with a few from their side. Well, there was some
And out.
contact, but he
1-2.
chose to play it. It's a good pick up from Kandra.
Just led. Just led. 1-2.
The referee says yes, let. The ball from Kandra was pretty tight on that backhand wall, so pretty good decision from where I'm sitting.
Down. 2-all.
And that lifted out of the court by Kandra. Bit of a cheap point, that one.
3-2.
Quick hands from Kandra, he's out of the way.
To Dussourd.
Wow.
4-2.
Referee Pablo de Rio felt he hadn't cleared enough towards the stroke. Frenchman.
Down.
So that's a change from the first game.
3-4.
That long drop in the first game was pretty devastating, and it's not working at the moment.
Just let. 3-4.
Just looking at a quick replay on that last decision, I think there was a step on the foot or something, it looks like. But anyway, both players happy with the let, and this rally continues. Lofted high ball onto Kandra's backhand. And yeah, the short drop there. Not winning the point, but setting up the winner cross court for Dussourd. And in this second set, now starts to establish a mini lead. And that short ball seems to be clinging to the side wall again, causing Kandra some difficulty. Oh, that's a great shot. The cross court, not good enough
6-3.
from the German. And slotted away down the wall. And that cross court drop.
Just let. 6-3. Right.
So referee calling a let. Play the rally again. Well, having looked at the replay on that one, I'm not entirely sure Kandra could have executed a shot, but anyway, both players are happy. So once again,
7-3.
it's the short balls on Kandra's backhand that are paying dividends for Dussourd in this match. It does seem that the Frenchman has a plan and is sort of concentrating his efforts on his forehand, Kandra's backhand. Oh, that's a lovely little touch there. And we're back over onto that forehand side.
Down.
And Kandra goes for the drop on the volley. And that mistake
8-3.
creates a 5-point gap.
Stroke to Dussourd.
No arguments there from Kandra. It
9-3.
was a poor drive. And very quickly, we get to the business end from Dussourd's point of view of this second game. And the plan that he had.
Yeah, please, don't play it. Play it, but next time, please stop the ball. 9-3.
So, playing a let on that one. Dussourd actually did play the ball into Kandra, so probably should have been a conduct warning. Kandra whipping it cross court. Similarly, Dussourd to the other side. And that drop is loose, but Kandra's hands are too quick. Pumps it away down the backhand side.
And out 4-9.
Long way back. But if he can keep Dussourd on 9, can't help feeling there's still life in this set. That's a great drop from Kandra. Quick hands, he pumps it away again. Very similar to the last point, that one.
5-9.
So, Dussourd having a quick wipe down.
Mr. Dussourd, you need to ask for permission next time. You need to ask. Yeah. But you need to ask to the referee. You need to ask me.
So, you
5-9.
can't help feeling that that was a ploy just to stop the flow of play and the momentum, or at least mini momentum, that Kandra was starting to develop. And of course, the towels are on court now, but you do need to ask the referee for permission to go and do it.
10-5, game ball.
So 5 game balls to take a 2-0 lead, and a very useful step closer to a semi-final place. And the counter drops are going in, and that's a really clever flick from Kandra, but Dussourd is on it, but fails to execute the drop on the backhand
Now
side.
6-10, game ball.
And Kandra. So loose serve, but not much done with it. So for Kandra, last chance cafe. Needs to be mistake-free squash now. That drop he picks up cross court, and another. This is amazing. Well, absolutely unbelievable. How's he getting that back? And we'll have to see whether the German can turn this game around. He's certainly doing everything he can. Some great physicality at the end of that last set. His teammates around him. A lot of support here for the Germans and the French, for that matter. And a good crowd in for this match here at Hasta Vista in Wrocław. Hosted a good many events now. World Championships, European Championships. And of course, hosting an event like this has no effect on the club really, with 32 courts. We're only using 5 of them for this particular event, still leaving 27 for the members. Unbelievable. I was privy the other day to a little look behind the scenes at the building work that's going on here to make the club even bigger. Not actually for more squash courts at this stage, but a new
Play will
gym.
resume in 60 seconds.
New gym, a new badminton area. And of course the badminton area historically here has been used for a second glass court or an all glass court with bigger championships, where this court that we're watching now becomes almost like a Wimbledon #1 court type of situation. So
Play will resume in 30 seconds.
So that's the 2 minutes. The players come back onto court. Can Raphael Kandra in Germany turn this match around? Had consultation with his coach. Dussourd has had it all his way up to now, pretty much.
Time. Dussourd leads 2 games to love.
So the players seem to be taking their time. It's meant to be 2 minutes, not 2 minutes plus a walk around the court and a ball warm up. But sure, Pablo Del Rio will get things underway as he does. Game 3. This 4th quarterfinal of the day. And that's a good choice of shot there.
No, you didn't see the ball. Now, 1 love.
That's a good decision from Pablo Del Rio. Too often, a stroke given just because a player's on court behind their opponent with the racket in the hand. You've got to show you're ready to play, show that you've seen the ball. So, in my opinion, solid decision by our Spanish referee. You want to see squash played? Wow. Frenetic stuff, but the target's just not good enough by Kandra at the moment. That's chopped away by the Frenchman, but Kandra's there. He's soaking up everything that's being thrown at him. Little drop shot rally. And the rally continues. It's off the back wall. That's amazing. A little little fake there by Dussourd. Well,
2-all. Down. And out. 3-2.
so Dussourd just taking a little bit of time to his laces up. It sort of looks to me like he knows all the tricks in the book. Towel down, do the lace up, just to break up the flow of play. So it's a better serve there from Kandra, not quite making the sidewall, but and you see there just
4-2.
a little mini lead for the German. As he tries to find a way back into this match. And Dussourd cutting off everything with the volley and the pressure.
Out 3-4.
Wow.
Up.
It's a quick
And out, 5-3.
hit back from Kandra there. Loose serve, chopped away. Well, not so much chopped away, just stroked away. It's a little nonchalant. There's a good French word for you that's used by the English. I think it's a French word. I might be wrong. Sounds French. Nonchalant. Oh.
Just let. Just let.
So Dussourd is saying, why
You're
let?
far from the ball yet. You're far. 5-3.
Okay. Pablo Del Rio saying he was too far from the ball, that he could maybe have got to it, but not a stroke.
Down.
Well, Dussourd going for a cheeky
6-3.
cross-court drop. Fails to execute it. So a few little unforced errors sneaking into the Frenchman's game here.
Down.
But Kandra obliges with an unforced error of his own, but still has a 2-point cushion.
No let.
Referee says
You
no.
need to play that ball. That ball stick to the ball. I think you can play that ball. 5-6.
So referee is saying that Kandra should have played that ball. I just watched it on the replay here. And I actually think that's a good decision because he was through to play it and it was tight on the wall. I think that's the reason he chose not to play it, not because of the contact, but so I think solid decision actually on a second look. You decide. I might be wrong. I'm quite a big fan of the no-let being used to encourage players to not look for winning points with a stroke. Those rules are only there for safety in the game. They're not there really to win points with. Never have been. Ball's loose there, pumped away by Kandra, but Dussourd's on it, and the rally continues. That's loose, but Dussourd going for the long drop, fails to execute.
And out, 7-5.
And Kandra retains his 2-point lead. It's not a great serve there to that side. It's not making the sidewall make it very easy for Dussourd to play the volley.
Just let. 7-5.
Yeah, Kandra was clear of that very quickly, but Dussourd stopped in case he hit him. So, yes, let, the obvious decision. Play short, the counter drop from Dussourd. Thump cross court by Kandra. And once again, it's another unforced error from the Frenchman. And now we're approaching the business end of this third game, and Kandra has a handy 3-point cushion. Can he nurse that across the line? And once again, in the tin from Dussourd. Could this be a turning point in this match? You can see there's a, I think the Frenchman has given up on this set.
Just let. 10-5 left.
So still 5 game balls. Raphael Kandra, Germany. Dussourd goes for the nick. That's a great lob, and I think Dussourd's already on his way off court.
So it's 2-1.
So it was all one-way traffic for the Frenchman in the first two, but Kandra,
Dussourd leads 2-1.
the mixture of much
Kandra
better
to
play,
serve.
and it has to be said, a little help for a whole bag full of unforced errors from
Level.
Dussourd, took the third. Pablo Del Rio gets it underway. That is a testing boast, but
One
Kandra
love.
pops in the drop tight on the wall and continues on as he left off in the previous game, and that's loose,
Down.
but not as loose as
And
the
out.
pedestrian attempt at a drop from Kandra.
No let. You need to go behind.
Yeah, wrong line.
You need to go behind him. The line is behind. The line is behind.
Yeah, pretty solid
2-1.
decision. The line was behind. I've got a perfect position where I'm sitting to see that. I'm just perched here at the back of the backhand wall. I had the best seat in the house for that one. So for those of you watching, what do you reckon?
Down.
Is this going all the way to 5 sets?
One out. 2-all.
Or can Dussourd continue the work he started at the beginning? It certainly seems that, for me, he's abandoned exactly what was working to win in the first
Down.
2 sets. He was getting a lot of success on his forehand,
3-2.
Kandra's backhand, particularly in the short part of the court. So, what advice he's been given or what the game plan is now seems a bit random.
Strong to Dussourd.
Well, it's a few words
And out.
on
3-all.
court between these two. It's starting to hot up. Not just outside here. Scorching temperatures here in Poland at the moment. But this is where the real hot action is. On the main court at the biggest squash club in the world. As these two exchange counter drops with the swords.
And out. 4-3.
Just catching the top of the tin. And Kandra edges ahead.
No let. Line is behind. Same reason. Line is behind him. 5-3.
So, player entitled to ask. Referee obliged to explain briefly the decision. The wrong line is the answer. Dussourd accepts, moves on. And Rafa saw that drop. And the
6-3.
So, it's a better serve there from Kandra. It's making the side wall, but that one doesn't, and it's punched away by the Frenchman. And that's super loose from Kandra.
And out.
And he knows it. He's
4-6.
absolutely livid.
No let.
No, it's the wrong line again. It's exactly the same
I see the
situation.
contact, but your ball is loose. 5-6.
So Kandra's going to take a little time out to towel down. He's still got a 1 point
Mr.
lead.
Kandra. Mr. Kandra, you need to ask to go to the tower. 5-6.
Well, Kandra didn't seem like he cared too much about the referee asking him to ask about the towel. I guess he was thinking, well, my opponent didn't. In a similar situation a little while ago. So this is getting quite edgy now. Next few points, pretty massive. And that's a tight ball from Dussourd.
6-all.
Few
from the
words
left.
from Ren Levine, French
Left.
coach there, as he throws the ball back into the court to his player. So ball squirts out of the corner joint there, but no harm done. So the play now switches from side to side.
Stroke to the shot.
Well, Kandra
7-6.
points to where the ball was, but I think he knows that it was a poorly executed shot.
7-6.
And now, as the referee confirms, Auguste Dussourd takes a 1-point lead as we get to the business end.
Down.
And
7-all.
Kandra pulls it all
Down.
square.
7-all.
Some big points. Can Kandra take this to a decider? That's a great drop, but the rally continues. Not good enough. Counter drop there. Off the back wall from Kandra. It's loose. The fake didn't fool anyone. This is a brutal rally from these two. Kandra's onto the boast. It's a really beautiful touch play.
Stroke to Kandra. Stroke to Kandra. 8-7. Mr. Dussourd, please do not do any unnecessary contact. You need to leave and go to the ball. Next time will be a conduct stroke.
So,
8-7.
a warning from the referee, but not very happy with his movement. That's a little shot there, moving it forward.
Down.
But it wasn't a rolling neck, but it was a
And
well
out.
executed shot
8-all.
into the corner there. And it's all square in this fourth game. Both players would love to be in tomorrow's semi-final against Switzerland's Niki Müller, already through earlier today.
Down.
It's like a heavyweight boxing match this. One
And
blow,
out. 9-8.
back and forth. Kandra now needs 2 points to level the match. It's a strange serve. He nearly got punished severely for it. But he's certainly...
No let.
No, that's going to be no let. I've got to say,
Now 9-all. Mr. Kandra. Conduct warning. Sorry. Conduct warning. You need to ask to go to the tower. You need to ask. No, you ask afterwards. 9-all.
well, it's getting pretty tense on there. There's conduct warning issued for not asking to go to the towel, and Kandra asked to use the towel, and he's told that he has to ask before he goes to the towel. And now we're back to playing squash. Who thought towels would introduce conduct warnings? Who knew? Well, that's a fantastic shot. I'm not sure that pickup was good.
Stroke to Kandra.
But he gets the stroke anyway, so it's fairly academic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ball is very near him.
It's getting...
The ball is right near you. And now 10-9. Game ball.
Dussourd looks in all sorts, so
10-9 game ball.
it's game ball to Kandra to level the match. It's not the best serve to that side again, but it was certainly better than the one before that put him in all sorts of trouble in a previous point. And Dussourd plays that short ball, and again to the backhand side as well. Kandra tries to whip it cross court, but the target isn't very good, and that's loose. Oh, the straight ball from Dussourd. And Kandra hits the side wall. Knocks the ball into the 10.
Out 10-all. Player must win by 2 points.
Now we've got a tiebreaker on our hands. Wow, what a match. And now the Frenchman brings up
11-10.
a match ball.
Match ball.
Well, Kandra's really been ahead throughout this game, it has to be said, and that... Oh, I don't believe how he's getting to these. Unbelievable, he's still in it. Puts it on the lob to the back, flicks it down the wall, and the rally continues. And that's going to be a stroke. Oh, what an unbelievable match. But it is the Frenchman, Auguste Dussourd, that goes through to tomorrow's semi-final.
11-4, 11-6, 5-11, 12-10.
Auguste, come and talk to me. First of all, congratulations. That was a bit like a heavyweight boxing match towards the end there. You must be delighted to get that away in 4 and for it not to go to the decider.
Yeah, of course. I was 2-love up, I was winning quite comfortably, and it's Raphael Kandra, he has been in the top 20 for a few years, so I knew he was going to give another answer, and it's what happened. In the third, he started to attack more, to change his game plan, and it took me a bit of time to get used. And after, when you have a player like that come back, you start to get nervous, and it's what happened. I had to fight until the end of the fourth to get through. But yeah, for the first match of the season, yeah, I'm happy to get a win against this type of player.
No, it was a great match to watch. I mean, it was very hard to commentate on because the rally intensity and the shots back and forth, the pickups at the front. I think you both put on a great show for this crowd and people watching at home. You should be very proud with that win. Semi-finals now, obviously, and I was talking in the commentary about the legacy that France has in this competition. Obviously, Gregory 9 times, Thierry back in the day, and there's so many of you in this quarter-final going through. Victor, your number 1 seed, but you must be very excited about having a clash now with Nicky Muller, the reigning champion, to try and do your best against him. Have you played Nicky before?
Yeah, I did play Nicky. I played him in the what's the name, on Canary Wharf. I got shocked. I lost 2-1, but it was like a squash lesson. So I really hope to do better tomorrow.
Well, it's been fantastic. I'm just going to ask you one more thing. Obviously, we've got this amazing event coming in Paris. I see you're on the glass court for your first match. You must be so excited to play that match.
No, of course, thanks to everyone that makes this possible. Like, of course, for a French guy playing in Paris, like it's my hometown. I have been living there all my life, so yeah, it's definitely a dream coming true. And yeah, I hope it's a dream, and I hope I will win my first match on glass court. It will be a better dream.
Well, I wish you luck in that, but thank you for a great match today. I'll see you tomorrow in the semi-final. Well played. Auguste Dussourd, let's hear it for him.